Hello there, beautiful people, and welcome back to Devil's Advocate Gaming. Today we're doing something completely different, right? We're no gameplay videos. It's gonna be a bit of a passion project, passion piece, I should say. No, it's a full-on project, actually. It is a project. Kind of like the No Straight Roads video I made way back when. But today, we're gonna be making a Toxicity tier list, and not any Toxicity tier list. We are making a Life is Strange Toxicity tier list. Now, I should probably make clear from the get, we're not getting to things that happened in Before the Storm or the sequels or even the DLC for this game yet. Okay, we're gonna get there. But this is gonna be a huge overarching type thing, right? It's not gonna be one and done. So first of all, I think I should tell you the tiers. No. One more thing I have to tell you is that I'm going to make this video chapter by chapter. So the entire first game of Life is Strange is called Life is Strange Season 1 now. I didn't know that, which made trying to get a tier list kind of difficult, but I know that now. So we're specifically delving into Life is Strange Season 1, Chapter 1. And we're going to do each game chapter by chapter like this. That way no one stays stuck in one tier for too long, except, well, you know. So let me tell you the tiers. Bearable, that's going to be our neutral tier. Not really neutral. I think even bearable means you're a good person, but maybe a normal person, right? I'm not gonna walk away from you, but I'm also not gonna like try to talk to you. So it's just I don't know you, or there's nothing really to you, right? Then we get the next two tiers. Toxic. These are people who are just kind of negative, but just negative enough for me to stay away from them. Not totally bad people. The reasoning behind this. The definition of toxic, right? That would be someone who is manipulative and draining in a sense that's physical, emotional, or mental. So someone who's always taking your shit and never giving it back. People who try to guilt trip you all the time. People who try to like gaslight you all the time into getting their way, right? Those are toxic people. So that's gonna be a little further up. This is just kind of like Twitter toxic, play toxic. Like, yeah, you're kind of a shitty person. Not terrible, but shitty, right? We got pretty cool down here. This is like, if you invite me to hang out, I'll probably do it. Because, like, you're pretty cool. I've got nothing against you. Then we move on to the next two. Irredeemable. These are going to be people who are actually toxic. Dipping into, like, the toxic territory. You're just a fucking bad person. I would say the difference between toxic and irredeemable is that you're actively making actions to make someone's life worse, right? And then we don't deserve you. These are just good characters. These are good people. As far as chapter 1 goes, we're going to have one biggie here, but like, just understand that we're only rating chapter 1, all right? Then we got Chloe and the Angels. Chloe, that should speak for itself. You could probably click off this video and click onto a million more about why Chloe's the worst character in Life is Strange. And some people would swear gaming. She's probably tied with Alex from Y2K on that one. And Angels, these are just good characters that I used to say they're too good for this game, but these are characters that are just suspiciously good to say they're written in this game. Like, everyone's kind of shitty. Even characters that are supposed to be kind of neutral are just a little shitty. So some of these characters are really sweet and endearing. Again, this is chapter 1, so we don't get to place. Where are you, ma'am? We don't get to place Joyce, but spoiler, she's definitely gonna be here. Joyce just doesn't deserve the life that she was rolled, or the daughter that she got, or her husband. Or we're done. We're done with that. So yeah, no more dilly-dallying. Let's just hop right in. We're gonna get to these four a little later. Let's just deal with some of the Blackwell students for right now, right? Samuel. We can start with Samuel. He's bearable.
God, Samuel is such a weirdo, but I kind of like that about him.
Again, I know he's a great character down the line, but this is just chapter 1, right? Oh, I almost forgot to mention it. This is where I keep the notes for all of the characters. So if there's anything suspect or toxic, I've written it down. And that's what I'm going to use as like my notes for chapter 1. We can probably get some of these guys just straight up out of the way. So Luke, bearable.
What? Seriously?
I didn't even know Luke was in this game, to be real. I played this game 5 times total since it came out in 2017, I think. And I've interacted with him once, like for the recording of this video. So he's bearable. I'm afraid to get over here, but I do need to put some more of these students down. Bearable. Bearable. So, probably should be taking these one by one, actually. So let's talk about Trevor. No, you're not Trevor. You're, Josh? What is your name? Justin. This is Justin, right? Yeah, this is Justin.
You're such a poser. If you can't even name a simple nose slide or a tray flip, you should walk on.
So what Justin does is that he tries to like gatekeep skateboarding, I guess. And if you're nice, if you like rewind time and you know what you're talking about, he's gonna like, you know, not be so bad. So we put him in variable. And then this is Zachary? Oh, what the fuck is your name, bro? Bro, he like shows up for like one thing. This is fucking Hayden Jones.
If you say so.
I do. But you should actually come hang with us one night. Then you wouldn't be so inclined to gossip.
So we talked to him once in chapter 1. He's super nice though, unlike the other Vortex Club flunkies who are kind of mean to Max. So yeah, we can put him here in bearable, right? There's like one more character we have to talk about here while we're talking about these guys. We can go a little further. We can do Victoria's lackeys next. We already know where they go for chapter 1. I just looked up your name. You're Courtney. And Courtney, she doesn't do much, but she does kind of talk shit about Max with an earshot, which is just kind of shitty in general. Now, where's your friend? Where is your friend? I might put everyone up here, right? Her name's like Taylor, so. Am I just missing something? Bro, she's gotta be like right here somewhere, right? There she is. God damn. Never. But yeah. She might actually go up a bit further.
To Chiaroscuro.
Just because she did throw that fucking wad of paper at Kate earlier, and if you read the inside, it was pretty nasty what she wrote inside. So we're gonna keep her in toxic, and that's where that's gonna go. All right, so easy peasy so far. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Oh, I almost forgot about you. We can go ahead and place you, right? Let's get some of the other like mediocre students out of the way. Alyssa. So here's the thing. I kept trying to put Alyssa in toxic because she was shit talking a dead girl like as soon as we meet her.
You have a lot to learn here at Blackwell. Rachel Amber absolutely had sex with him. Well, I heard that from a good source.
But she kind of just keeps to herself most of the time. Even if she is like a gossip all the time, if she manages to keep it to herself most of the time, I don't really think it's a net negative. So we're gonna keep her right there for now. For now, she's bearable. Who's next? Who do we even tempt for, bro? All right, we can go Evan. Evan's bearable.
Mind if I check out your cool portfolio?
Let's see if you're worthy of it, Max. You'll have to answer a simple question. Who photographed the famous falling soldier?
He's just a bit too much of a hard ass for me. Yeah. Cause like, where's Trevor actually? Where the fuck is Trevor? There he is. So Trevor has like Trevor has no speaking lines, yet he's in the wiki. But Miss Grant, I maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys correct me, but I didn't see Miss Grant in the character wiki, which was pretty terrible. So this is kind of a mishmash of characters, to be real. So what Miss Grant does, if you're unaware, Miss Grant tries to guilt trip you into signing a petition to reduce security in Blackwell. But if you bring up that Rachel Amber was kidnapped, probably off Blackwell campus, and you're like, more cameras might mean less Rachel Ambers, she tries to like cover with some fucking Native American bullshit, and it's like, I get what you're going for, but yeah, I feel like the authors really thought they were making a good point there, like the writers. And that's the horrible part about trying to rank characters in this game. You have to be like, are you a bad character or are you a victim of bad writing, right? Because that's gonna come off for a lot of these characters. I don't really like the way this list is looking, so yeah. So something else I was kind of discussing about these two is that they're chill around their own kind. I feel like he just what's your name? Justin just wants to be surrounded by skater boys. And I say see you later, boy.
Oh, sick. You're not a poser.
And Evan is like as thorough a photographer as there is. Like, he knows his stuff, and he only allows people around him that also know their stuff. So around me, a lame-o, he's probably a hard ass, but around like accomplished people like himself, or maybe just like-minded individuals, maybe he's really cool. So yeah, if you want to hang out with Evan, you don't even have to be a cool kid or a popular kid. You just put in the work. I respect. Actually, yeah, I get that. You two are pretty cool.
Let's get Trevor all over that action.
And Trevor bust his nuts for us, so we're gonna put Logan. Not Logan. What's your name? Luke. And Luke, he doesn't seem he seems ecstatic that Nathan finally got in trouble, but you know, he's not bringing a gun to school to deal with his bully. So
Finally, karma comes to Blackwell.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like these guys are all cool. I think if we look at this from Max's perspective, she's more likely to hang out with Justin. Because remember, Max does canonically like skater boys. She says that at the very beginning of the game. So yeah, this is coming together. Now, I should have said this in the preamble, but I actually did make this whole tier list before. But all my footage got fucked up. I was really mad about it, so I decided to put it down, breathe for a minute, come back to it later, and I think it's looking similar to how it was, but yeah, I'm not gonna aim to make it exactly how it was, because you know, we're all different people every day. That's something I believe to my soul. Brooke can be toxic,
Funny. Warren said you were smart. Please, step back.
but for right now we're gonna put her in bearable, just because like, she's only nice to you if you keep your paws off her man or whatever. So that's a little, she hasn't really done anything yet though, except be snarky about the drone. And if I paid money for a fucking drone, I might be a little snarky about it too. So we're not gonna put her toxic. But she's too hungry for Warren. I can't put her pretty cool. So we're gonna leave her right here at bearable. Let's talk about these two. I think, well, that's a loud ass fucking car. I think Julia and Dana are pretty cool, especially if we do this from Max's perspective. Max says Dana's like a cheerleader who's fucking nice to her, which if the Vortex Club is anything to go by, the popular kids are kind of fucking awful at this school. And Julia, we should probably put her in toxic because she uses her powers for evil.
You can't get out now, Dana, so tell me the truth or rotten there.
She uses her psychic powers to lock Dana in her room. For those of you who don't know, Juliet's like an Omega class telepath or some shit like that. But she doesn't use her powers for evil often, and she was really mad on this one occasion, so I guess we forgive her. Remember, we're all at Juliet's mercy. We just don't know it. And we could probably... I don't know, something about Juliet. I really like her. So we're gonna put her at the top, put her buddy right next to her. Actually, maybe Juliet's a little high maintenance, so maybe we put Dana at the top, or maybe we just don't put either of the girls at the top and just put Evan back up there, because something about Evan being the top of pretty cool. Actually, something about that just seems fucking wrong. Like, I feel like he's way too much of a hard ass to just be pretty cool.
My. This quiet child knows things.
That's why I'm here.
We can definitely put Trevor at the end of pretty cool though. Not, well, bordering on bearable. That doesn't really make sense. Maybe we should put him bordering on bearable because he's a fucking hard ass. Yeah, I feel like you're always one off comment away from him not being your best friend in the world, and I'm kind of scared of that. So we're gonna put Evan at the back. Who's next? I guess we gotta talk about Zachary and Logan, huh? So Zachary.
Get lost, hipster. I'm not doing any interviews.
Now it's not very clear, but it says Victoria sexted him. Or there was a prank that Victoria made Dana think. Made Juliet think Dana was sexting Zachary. But Victoria did want Zachary, and that's why she's doing this. It's never said that Zachary texted her back, but Juliet did say he was being a bit of a chicken shit afterwards, so maybe he was just kind of fueling himself. Yeah. And Logan, unfortunately, Logan's a deadbeat fucking dad, so.
I hate bully jockstraps like Logan. And he's a Vortex Club member.
We can't really put him anywhere else but like the most toxic tier. Now, granted, he did say he would send money for the baby, but he's really just not stepping up to the plate. So he's a big jock that bullies people, because remember, he bullies Daniel. He bullies Daniel, and he was bullying another kid earlier. And then he knocks the bitch up and refuses to take responsibility. Yeah, you're just a rich kid. You're just a bad person, bro. Yeah, I'm really running the numbers. I'm trying to like see if I can bring him down here with his buddy, but yeah, he's just a shitty person, dude. Yeah, you're fucking Chloe status. But then we get to talk about Daniel, and Daniel's a fucking treat, bro. Like, all he wants to do is fucking sketch people. He does it for free. He puts it up on Facebook to highlight your beauty. He even calls Max his muse. Now, his original muse is Rachel Amber.
Funny, you should say that. I was just thinking about my real muse, Rachel Amber.
And that one line is why he's not an angel. I don't think an angel should ever talk like that. But yeah, he's there. He's there. And while we're talking about Rachel Amber, we can put her in Bearable. Again, I'm coming fresh off the heels of Before the Storm again. So if this was Before the Storm, boy, we'd be having a field day with Rachel. God damn. She's not a good person. But being dead brings her down to Bearable. So do with that information what you will. Who's next? We slam dunk Angels. No debates.
It sucks to be dragged into the spot.
Like this poor girl had so much happen to her. We just need to give her a fucking break, dude. I'm afraid to touch these. Alyssa can go, we don't deserve you.
You're smart. We should hang out more. Now I have to finish this stupid book.
Just cause, I don't know why, but the universe has it out for her.
Damn, I better rewind.
Fuck this shit. This shit. Shit. Shit.
Now, the reason she's not down here with Kate, they're both good people. But it really seems like a lot of people at the school are trying to hurt Kate, where maybe one or two people will bully her, but mostly it just seems like acts of God getting her hurt, bro. Also, Zachary doesn't apologize for almost breaking her fucking skull, so yeah, he's shit. Do I want to put Warren yet? Is there anyone else of interest before I move on to the most interesting characters? Yeah, so let me tell you about David.
The alarm tripped me out.
Then trip on out of here, Missy.
So this man, authoritarian mindset over, and again, I every time this game comes up, I always go to bat for David. I try to make sense of what he's thinking, but again, this is one of those times where I have to make the call: is it bad writing or is it a bad character? I think it's decent writing, but they wrote a fucking bastard of a character. So let's talk about David. Moves in with Joyce. Fucking bosses Chloe around to no end. Don't get me wrong, Chloe's not a fucking saint. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And again, I'm not going to talk about Before the Storm. That was made by Deck 9. This was made by Don't Nod. Two completely different developers. So we can't really judge their actions across these games until we head into the sequels, right? But even in this game, he puts up cameras in a house that he doesn't own. And then he slaps Joyce's daughter right after that. So. Also, he's stalking Kate Marsh. I don't want to put him in irredeemable just because, like, unlike the other people who are going to be in irredeemable, he at least has good intentions. Like, he knows what's going on at the school. He's just so terrible at conveying that information to other people. Like, he tries to talk to Kate, but all he does is accost? Is that a word? All he does is verbally abuse her, and she gets very defensive, leading him to try and, like, take charge and keep forcing into her. But you can't bulwark into little church girl here, bro. You have to ease your way in. Wow, that sentence came out all types of wrong. Yeah, you can't just break into her mental, bro. You have to sit down and talk to her, you know, like Max does. Oh, I almost forgot about these two. So, yeah, at least he has good intentions. And originally I had Stella up here in Toxic, again, talking shit about a dead girl, but she doesn't know she's dead, and she's not nearly as bad as these fucks. So, and if I had to choose someone at the top of Toxic, it might just be David. He's literally almost irredeemable. Actually, no, because you're just straight up bullying Kate. But do I think what Miss Grant did is worse than what David did? No, not by a long shot. She loves her students. David's just here. Yeah, so you're top of Toxic, moving up to irredeemable. You're top of Pretty Cool, moving to We Don't Deserve You. And that's how we're gonna do that. All right, so some people are gonna be mad at this, but Jefferson belongs in We Don't Deserve You.
All the right answers. Good.
Again, I'm only going through chapter 1. And in chapter 1, what does Jefferson do? Well, let's see. He coaxes a shy student out of her shell a little bit, or at least he tries to. He does accost Max for not knowing, again, not sure if that's a word, for not knowing the right material, but unlike Evan, he does try to teach you. But Evan's also not your fucking teacher, so. And lastly, he does chastise Victoria for being so fucking rude and entitled, right? And yeah, that's really all he does. We can't put him in Angel tier just because I know what's behind the mask, but that's tough. Also, just putting him next to Kate makes my fucking skin crawl, so. Dog. All right. Yeah. And Principal Wells, this is one that me and my girlfriend actually, that we fucking argued for like a solid 10 or 12. I think we argued for a solid 15 minutes about where fucking Wells should be. I'm keeping him unbearable.
There's that teen toot again. You know, I've heard enough.
Her logic is that he should have called the police as soon as he knew Nathan had a gun. But here's the thing. Max lies to Principal Wells. She didn't see Nathan talking to himself and waving a gun around. She saw Nathan being blackmailed and extorted by an off-campus person, right? Someone she didn't recognize on campus. Knowing that this person was trying to blackmail him and extort him, she still only told Principal Wells he was in there and tried to make Nathan out to be this fucking crazy psychopath or something. And to be real with you, if I was Nathan after hearing that story, I might have choked her out too. Like, again, that's something I'm not gonna chalk up to Wells. You have to cover for Chloe because Max doesn't know Chloe. Also, she knows Chloe, but she doesn't recognize Chloe. So it wouldn't make sense for her to go to, it doesn't make sense that Matt goes to bat for Chloe without knowing that's Chloe. She doesn't know the whole story, so if she's anything higher than fucking 30 IQ, if she's going to snitch anyway, she may as well tell the whole story and sound less fucking crazy. You're saying Nathan is in the girl's bathroom waving a gun around, talking to himself, and you just happen to see him. Shit, if I was Max, I would have told him I pulled the alarm too because I didn't feel safe. This wasn't a safe situation. But no, Max lies, so everyone who talks about Principal Wells on any forum or like Reddit always makes him out to be the fucking bad guy. No. With the information he had, he did the best he could, right? Maybe if Max comes out and tells the whole truth next time, then he can fucking, but like everyone, David and Principal Wells both knew Max was sweating bullets and lying, so. And Purple plays Max next, but Warren, we put Warren in Angels.
What up, Max? How are you?
Here's your flash. Thanks.
Warren has done so much. Like, he loans you his shit. He's not one of those fucking nice guys that get mad when you won't hug him and shit. He's not playing the long game either, although he does want to get in Max's pads. We can edit that out. But yeah, he wants to be in Max's DMs. He's just a good friend. Also, at the very end there, he takes a beating from Nathan. I got this.
Again.
No! Bro, I got this!
Do you though? Fucking do you? I'm sorry, that's funny. It's not funny that he got his ass. It's a little funny that he got his ass beat. But he got his ass beat for the girl he loves. He's just a good person. So, yeah, that's where I'm gonna place him. All right, the 4 for the core right here. May as well start with you. I'm actually putting Max pretty cool.
Don't mess with Max, bitches.
I know what I was saying about her straight up lying on Nathan, but again, you gotta make the call. Bad writing or bad character. I don't think Max is a bad character. I think that whole fucking first part was just written fucking terribly. And every time Max has a chance so far, she talks to Kate. She makes sure Alyssa's all right. She solves a problem between these two. Again, she needed to do that. She checks on Luke to make sure he's all right. The only thing about Max, early in chapter 1, when she knows Chloe's about to get shot, she still stops and talks to Jefferson to like one up Victoria or some shit like that. That's a little catty, but also, you know, your friend's about to get shot, so that's also just a little self-centered. And what else is there? There was one more thing. Oh right, when Justin here breaks his balls, she takes a picture. So Max is also low-key a sociopath, but nobody ever fucking talks about that. We're always talking about Principal Wells being fucked up or Jeff did nothing wrong, which I'm totally on that team. Psych. But yeah, Max is a low-key sociopath, but I kind of like that about her. I don't know, I've always had this little fascination with Max. Not really a crush, just I like her character. I like that she's soft-spoken. I like that she's fucking unsure, really quirky, and I'm gonna admit, me and her senses of humor kinda mixes. So I'm never really gonna hate Max. I just hate that she's in this game. And if Don't Nod or Deck 9 want to make a game around Max again, I will totally play the shit out of it. I will totally play that shit. Also, I don't know what the deal is with the deer and the butterfly. Is the deer Rachel Amber, or is it Max's spirit animal? Is the butterfly Rachel Amber, or is the butterfly Max's spirit animal? So if anybody wants to explain that to me in the comments, I would be eternally grateful. I really would. Let me check on something. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hold up. There we go. Okay, cool. We're good. Oh, bro, the terrible threesome. I'm not even touching you yet. So let's go to Victoria, and we can put Nathan up here too, because they're gonna be in the same rank regardless. And
why don't you go fuck yourself?
The logic behind this is Victoria and Nathan are always good. And again, we don't see this in chapter 1, but it's something I feel like anyone who plays this game should know by now. Nathan and Victoria will always go to bat for each other, and that's why I'm not putting them in straight up Chloe tier, because Chloe, as we see as soon as chapter 1, is extremely fucking self-serving. Victoria is all about her clout and rep. Nathan just wants to not be crazy, or at least he wants to not be treated like he's crazy. So yeah, again, when Max lies on him and says he's just in the bathroom by himself waiting to get around, I would be a little pissed too. You see this girl trying to blackmail and extort me, and you just fucking tell the principal I'm being nuts? Alright, whatever, Max. You're still pretty cool though. But yeah, so we have to talk about Victoria first, because Nathan and Chloe, fuck, we already know where she's going. I'm not, like, why am I pretending like this is a fucking spoiler? So, Victoria, horrible person, She started the tape with Kate, and normally I wouldn't count things that we learn in other chapters, but it's affecting Kate right the fuck now, so we better we have to hold Victoria accountable for it right the fuck now. On top of that, she goes out of her way to roast Max. Not because Max helps Kate, not because Max did anything to her. She fucks with Max solely because Max gets some of Jefferson's fucking attention, right? And she's jealous as shit of that, and you are trying to fuck your fucking professor so hard that even people he talks to are on your shit list. Like, Vic, you need some fucking help, bro. We're talking about Nathan. You might legit need to sit down and talk to someone. And it's not your fucking lackeys. Also, she treats her lackeys like shit, but I'm not saying if I had lackeys, I would treat them like shit, but come on, bro. You're my lackey. You signed up for this, right? At least be a gopher, then you can get away from me from time to time. But oh my god, where's my fucking notes, bro? Because Nathan just would not stop.
Do not analyze me! I pay people for that.
Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay, so what we know for sure is that Nathan does sell drugs to students on campus, and that alone in my book puts you in toxic, because this is probably the most important time of people's lives and you're going to ruin it. Like, again, eventually we'll talk about Frank. I think Frank's a good person even though he sells drugs, but being a drug dealer just puts you in a weird spot on this tier list specifically because, again, drugs do kind of ruin people's lives. Chloe. Also, in his second appearance, like the second time we see him, he's already assaulted 4 people, one of which was Chloe. But Max rewinded time. Another one was Max. So 2 of the 4 things he's assaulted are women. He goes to town on Nathan. What the fuck's your name? Your name? No, he's Nathan. You're Warren. So he goes to town on fucking Warren just because he tried to stop you from assaulting a woman. Like, imagine this. A guy tries to stop you from putting your hands on a woman, and you're so mad about that you beat him. Like, there's being alpha, and then there's being a dickhead, right? Like, you're not an alpha male or anything like that, Nathan. You're just dumb. And then he assaults a car. So he assaults 4 things, one of them being Chloe's car. At that point, you have to realize, like, you need to sit down and take a deep breath, bro. Like, this is why the whole school hates you, because you have these fucking meltdowns, bro. Or maybe it's just because he's the fucking rich kid. I don't fucking know. And before the storm to make a big deal about how we shouldn't even be on the football team, but like, it's throwing a ball around, bro. Just fucking do that. I really don't want to fucking talk about Chloe, but I guess we gotta talk about Chloe. And I was like, okay, chapter 1, Chloe's gonna be toxic, and then she's gonna work her way up. But no, Chloe didn't even give me time to fucking breathe. Alright, so the first thing I want to get into is Chloe's initial interaction with Nathan.
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
Nathan Prescott, right? So she goes into the bathroom with the complete intention to blackmail him. I feel like even if he pulls a gun out on her, if they both were to go to court, the judge wouldn't be able to turn a blind eye to that. You were exploiting this dude for money and or drug money. So then she verbally abuses him and shoves him, prompting him to react, pulling the gun out on her, right? So there's an alternate world where Chloe stays in her lane, tells Nathan what's up, and doesn't shove him. And I believe that's the reality, where Nathan doesn't pull the gun out on her. Chloe is overly fucking aggressive for no reason, and people really paint her to be the victim here. But as soon as she put her hands on Nathan, she deserved whatever the fuck she got. That's my opinion. You're just signing up for it, bro. I don't give a fuck about you or your personal safety. I'm concerned about myself. And if you tell me to come meet you somewhere, then you corner me and start trying to exploit me, blackmail me, or elicit anything from me other than my sympathy, yeah, you're getting a kick to the nuts, or in Nathan's case, you're getting a fucking gun to the face. On top of all of that, though, on top of all that shit, I'm just gonna move forward because there's just so much to do with Chloe through this whole game. But when you're in Chloe's room at the end of the chapter, you have the option as Max to take the blame for Chloe. But there's also a chance if you don't hide properly and you're already out and David sees you, that Chloe just blames you for the weed in general, right? If you do take the blame, Chloe's like, oh yeah, we slapped this punk ass down. Good job, Max. And that is a dangerous behavior, especially for a schoolgirl to have. What you're doing is you're reinforcing the idea that taking the blame for you is just a Chad thing to do and something that any friend would do, right? So every time Max would put herself out for Chloe, Chloe gives her a pat on the back and tell her, you're such a good friend. We're such a great team. But in the opposite reality, if you don't take the blame for Chloe, if you just be like, I'm not losing my scholarship because you want to buy a dime bag of weed that you can't afford, because we're going to meet Frank later, right? If you don't take the blame for that, Chloe treats you like you're less than shit. She says everyone walks out on me and everyone abandons me, even my best friend. But the thing about that is we didn't try to take the blame for you. We weren't ready to take the blame for you. You threw us under the bus. But Max never brings that up. Max is a straight up enabler and Chloe is a manipulator and a user. So we don't. And it's just awful shit like that that starts small, but toxic and manipulative people will slowly build up on you until you're at their beck and call and you're scared of their opinion of you. You don't want them to have a negative opinion of you. But instead of thinking, hey, this is a manipulator and this is an abuser, you think, damn, I'm just not good enough. Why am I not there for my friend, bro? It's behavior like that that ensures that Chloe just can't be lower on this list, because again, out of everyone on this list, this is the only time I really think I see this behavior. This is like legitimately and literally toxic. The only person in the tier next to her literally fucks with the weakest dudes in school exclusively, and then knocks a girl up and never shows up, never supports her. Like, that's the level of shit that Chloe regularly passes up in her day-to-day with Max, I feel. Is there anyone else I have to put on here? We don't meet the rabbit yet. We don't meet Frank and Pompidou. We don't. What the fuck is this? Canada lady. Yeah, we already know the fuck Canada lady's going. Dead dad. Yeah. Okay, one more check. Yeah. That's about it. We fucking did it. I think I finally got through this video with no hiccups. I hope I didn't fucking jinx that. But yeah, this is Life is Strange Season 1, Chapter 1 tier list, and I cannot wait to see you guys in Chapter 2. I'm so excited. I can't wait to make like a big compilation. And we're not just doing Life is Strange either. We're going through all of the games. We're going to climb our way up. And after we do everything from Before the Storm all the way to True Colors, or whatever the fuck the last game's name is, we're finally going to have the comprehensive Life is Strange Toxicity tier list, where we get to see who gets to hang out here at the top with the greats. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Hey, but if you like what you see here, like, subscribe, ring that notification icon, because remember, I'm going to be uploading more tier lists. You guys are going to want to keep up with those. And leave a comment at the bottom telling me where you think some of these guys should be. I have mixed feelings about the cheerleaders, High Boy here, Victoria's lackeys. And if anybody knows anything about psychology that would help me out with that a little more power to you. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.